Hey guys, my name is Tom Spark. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be checking out Incogni. We're going to be doing a review of Incogni and answering some of the most common questions I've seen after reviewing this for a couple of years. In this video, we'll talk about your guys' most discussed questions about this service. We'll discuss how do you even know it's working, or how long do you need to subscribe to it? Maybe even, is it a scam? How do you know this service isn't just working with other data brokers, taking your information and then selling it at the same time? We'll also discuss why use Incogni versus other providers that do very similar things like Incogni. So guys, first thing first, let's go ahead and discuss what Incogni exactly is. You might have seen this from a YouTube ad. They've really kind of stepped up their marketing campaign. It's made from the same company as Surfshark, which is also a sister company of NordVPN, and you're probably familiar with these brands. NordVPN is valued at a couple $2 billion, so these are pretty big brands, are pretty trusted nowadays. I really like their VPN offerings, and you can even actually bundle in Incogni with Surfshark if you're looking for a VPN too. But what exactly does Incogni do? Well, basically it's a service you subscribe to month to month, and it goes to various websites around the internet, and it will request these websites to remove your data. Basically what it does is it does this by sending various emails to various websites, and over time you will notice that your information isn't really on websites like White Pages and a lot of other websites out there like White Pages. There's like probably 200 to 300 that it will remove your information from. One of the most common questions I see with Incogni though is, I subscribed to this for a month and it's not really doing anything, or, I've subscribed for 2 or 3 months and it still hasn't removed all my information from the internet. And I can understand this frustration, but at the same time, you have to be realistic. It's not really Incogni's fault. It's really emailing quite a bit of these websites. But the thing that takes time is that for these websites to respond to the emails and actually remove your data. It's not really Incogni's fault that it does take some time for your information to be removed from these various websites. So with that in mind, I would recommend getting the annual plan with Incogni. So you can also get the monthly plan, which is around $15 a month. But honestly, a service like this does take around 6 months to a year to really get most of your information removed. You just have to be patient. And that's why I recommend getting the annual plan for around $90. If you use my link in the description down below, you'll get that discount for around $90. I am an affiliate for Incogni, just like some other data broker removal tools. But that said, this video is not sponsored by Incogni, and we'll discuss maybe some of the cons or various things like that, so this is objective. I also own the subreddit reddit.com/r/Incogni. I think they might have made their own like Incogni official or something like that. My subreddit is actually bigger. And if you don't like Incogni, feel free to go there and voice your opinion if you want, or any questions you have about it as well. I also have a Discord if you have questions about any of these services too, so check out that as well. Link in the description down below. So if you guys want to use that link to get that discount, that would help support the channel. But if you want to just go to the website yourself, you don't even have to use my link at all. So that is one of the common questions I see about Incogni is, why is it taking so long? But that said, after a month or two, you really are going to start noticing some differences with various websites not having your information. And the nice thing about Incogni is it does give you reports on the information removed. Let me go ahead and show you my test account right here, for example. So as you guys can see here, here's kind of what the account panel looks like. So as you can see, they've sent 439 requests, 59 are currently in progress, 380 are completed. This is after being subscribed to the service for around 2 years or paying around $200. Apparently it saved me 285 hours. So this is quite a good investment for me, not having to spend time doing this. And 380 websites is quite crazy. Imagine emailing 380 websites, having 5 emails with each one. That would take a lot of time and effort, and that's what the service really does, kind of save your time. You could email all these websites yourself if you wanted to, but again, finding them is even kind of tricky. Look how many there are. So you could see all these different websites that have been removed and suppressed from ever having my information again. And you can see various severity and request scores. You can even see what's in progress. So it's not like Incogni is just like taking your money and doing nothing. You can always transparently see what is going on with Incogni itself. And they even have a new option coming soon called a custom removal option. So that is pretty cool. That's not actually something I've seen discussed too much on any other service. So very nice. So guys, another common question I see about Incogni is why use Incogni versus other services? And let's go ahead and discuss one reason why. Well, probably one of the best reasons is its pricing model. It's just more affordable and more flexible than other plans. For example, one of the most popular services out there is Delete Me. This is probably one of the first ones that started before even Incogni. And as you can see, wow, their website, is this even the same one? This looks like a different website. Oh, that is a different website. Weird. Maybe they tried to like copy it. I don't know. But here's the real website. So with Incogni, you're actually going to be paying for 1 year or monthly. But as you can see with Delete Me, you really don't have any option. You're going to be paying annually only. You don't have any monthly options. So that's kind of a bummer. So it's around $130 a year, and Incogni is actually going to be $90. So you're saving $40. So right away, why use Incogni versus other services? Well, it's going to be cheaper and you have more flexibility since other services like Delete Me don't offer that monthly plan. Additionally, if you look at the annual plan for the family, if you have a couple people, 4 people you can invite to this. That is pretty good. So that's $200 for the first year. Whereas if you look at Delete Me, that's going to be $329. So it's $130 more expensive than Incogni. That's a good reason why you should not use Delete Me over Incogni. And pretty much they do the exact same thing. It's the same methods, requesting it from the same websites and so forth. So why would you use a more expensive service for no reason? Next up, another question I get all the time is Incogni a scam? Is this just a website that takes your personal information and sells it to other websites? Well, no. And why do I say that? Well, it's because it's a trusted company that deals with protecting data privacy. Like I said, this is the same company behind NordVPN and Surfshark. These VPNs have been around for a long time. There's never been any incidences of these companies giving away information on users. And in fact, NordVPN and Surfshark have no log audits, which means they promise not to collect logs on their users. This is a company made from the same people, and it has good reviews on Trustpilot if that's your thing. So you could kind of know that this does have a good reputation. And as of yet, there's been no incidences of Incogni leaking anyone's data or even selling it as well. Not to mention that would be highly illegal and false advertising as well. It's not really in their incentive to betray their customers like that, especially with the huge brands at stake of their reputation. So it's not really something you have to worry about. That said, there have been some other companies caught doing this, which is important to kind of be aware of. One example was OneRep, a company that used to own people data websites. Turned out they had made a service to remove information from these websites. So I don't think the conspiracy is that far-fetched. I'm not going to gaslight people and say that, it doesn't make sense in some way. But at the same time, there are clear examples of this happening and they got caught and called out for it. And that is not the case with Incogni. So you don't really have anything to worry about. So guys, we've already kind of answered a lot of the most common questions, such as how do you know it's working? Well, you could go to the website itself and see in this detailed transparency reports. Secondarily, how long do you need to subscribe? Well, I would say for at least a year to see good results, and it's good because they offer an annual plan that's cheaper than other competitors, which also leads me to my next point, is why use it versus other competitors? And the answer for that is that it's just cheaper. Does Incogni profit from selling your data or anything like that? The answer is no. In their privacy policy and stuff like that, they promise not to sell your data, and they have good reputable companies that kind of have made Incogni and stuff like that. So definitely very trustworthy. Anyways, guys, there really isn't too much more to talk about in terms of, how it works or the account panel or anything like that. Objective, are there really any cons? Well, not too many that I can think of. One con could be that they have increased the price a little bit since when I first started reviewing it. I think when I first started reviewing it, it was around $70 like 2 years ago. So it has increased the price over time, but at the same time, it's still cheaper than other competitors out there and still competitively priced. And additionally, they've added more features and more data brokers they remove information from. So I think, at the end of the day, it's not too bad. I think Incogni could maybe have a little bit, the website could just be a little bit more detailed in showing off what the account panel looks like. The main web page is a little plain, admittedly. I think for some people not really understanding what Incogni does, maybe they could do some more videos, maybe put a video on the website or something like that to kind of show you how it works. Maybe show some behind the scenes process of some of the emails, stuff like that. It's just a little bit hard to do for a service like this, but I think that's something they could work on. But I could kind of just show you a little bit more if you guys want. Basically, the service is just, you sign up, You pay for it, you enter your information, and it's going to do the work for you. There really isn't too much interaction. You can see various reports and stuff like that and dates and stuff like that to make sure it's working. And that's just kind of how it works. So overall, a very simple service. But let me know what you thought of this Incogni review for 2025 in the comments down below. Go ahead and check out my subreddit and leave comments or your thoughts on this service, whether good or bad. I won't delete them. Anyways, guys, thanks for checking out this video. And if you like this honest review, check my link in the description down below to help support the channel. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video very soon.